How much nacho cheese could I legally buy from Taco Bell before they tried to stop me? They have a lot of discretion, and I have a relevant story. I used to use their hot sauce to dip my grilled cheeses, so I'd go in, buy enough burritos that it justified taking as many hot sauces as I wanted, and fill a bag. Once I asked the guy if I could just buy a bunch of hot sauce packages. He said if I made a donation to whatever charity they had the bucket out for, he'd hook me up. And boy did he! He filled their largest paper bag with fire sauce. And that wasn't even buying it. I still do, but I used to too. But now you can sometimes find it at Walmart. It wouldn't be a legal issue at all. It's a transaction agreed upon by two parties. The problem is that Taco Bell likely wouldn't agree to sell such a large amount because running out entirely could hurt their sales for the remainder of that week. Every fast food I've worked at, if you came and asked the manager politely for a case of blank, they would gladly sell you the case at cost, and they would add it to their next order. But you have to wait for the next truck or they risk running out of product for that week. It says right on the toss, sale of only cheese is prohibited, tacos of service. If you do manage to negotiate a cheese deal, just imagine the epic nacho party you could throw. Be sure to swoop by grocery store for the chips on your way back. It's sold separately as a side item, so I'd imagine they might be irritated about having to fill all the little cups, but other than that you should be able to buy as much as they have. Not because you can means you should, haha. They'll sell you the whole bag, one side order at a time. I asked a manager one time and he started doing math. 0.99 ex 128 Oz, etc. Depends when it is. When I worked at one about 30 mins to close, we refused to sell the past of the meat to someone because there was a decent chance someone else would order something with meat in the next 30 mins, and it takes 30 mins to cook. There is no specific legal stuff there. It's up to the company and store to have their own rules, and it's often down to the manager's will. I don't think legally is the right word. They could sell you everything they owned legally. Doesn't mean they would as much as they wanted to sell you. No legal limit on cheese. However much you try to buy, you'll never own it anyway. It's not yo cheese. In the UK, due to Brexit, you're not allowed to possess more than 500 g of cheese without a written exception from the Ministry of Dairy Affairs. I don't know the profit margin for nacho cheese at TB, but a slice added to a burger is .40, and I can easily find bulk premium cheese slices for 40 that costs less. I suspect the cost of watery melted cheese is similarly high, and higher than the profit margin on the assembled items that use it. And I suspect a franchise that sold its cheese could probably call on a sister franchise, or even ones from other owners under reciprocal friendly agreements, or could just mark nacho cheese items as unavailable, a la Starbucks refreshers, which are frequently sold out. My guess is it's a cost-benefit decision, but that they'd sell you a ton, maybe all. Walmart sells jars of it. I once got my hands on a free 10 can of nacho cheese. It was life-changing. Legal? What? It's a transaction. Is there a federal or state restriction on such a purchase? Legally speaking, the government has no authority over the sale of taco cheese. I bet you could order a bag. There is no law against it. You can buy as much as they willingly sell to you. Well, if you go to their website, it allows you to order up to 50 single-serve portions at a time. You can go down to cash and carry and buy gallons of it for yourself at a fraction of the cost. I once tried to order just 110 chicken nuggets at McDonald's to take back to a party, and they wouldn't do it. Are you okay? I'm not sure about Taco Bell, but I once ordered 400 ounces of Chili's Ranch on a DoorDash order instead of the 4-ounce cup, and the restaurant called and said they could only do 100 ounces at the moment. I was high as shit and said okay and hung up before I realized and had to call back and say OMG no, I just wanted 4 ounces. They were so good to have called though. My sister and one of my aunties had sent us 100 in DoorDash credit each, and I accidentally spent half of it on fucking Chili's Ranch dressing because I was too high and hungry and wanted Texas cheese fries so bad that I got excited and placed the order before looking at the total. How the fuck I even ended up with 104-ounce cups in my cart. Took like a week to get my refund and my fries were burnt, but damn that ranch was bangin'.